here is just an overview of how all her stuff is stored, so let's jump right into it. We're going to start with going through everything in this big pink fabric tote. Alright, so starting off, up top here, we have these Gerber Graduates Baby Puffs. These are the strawberry apple, and these are one of Nutmeg's favorite treats. You can find these in the baby section, but they're perfectly safe for hamsters and gerbils. And then over here, we have this black basket filled with all of Nutmeg's assorted chews. So we'll just go through those. And then back in here, we have a herbs and hay edible tunnel. And this is just a cardboard tube, which is covered in alfalfa. And you can see there's a little hole there. Surprisingly, this has stayed relatively intact because I've had it for a while. And then in this little container, we have some of the Smacks pumpkin treats, which the guinea pigs and Nutmeg get. And then we have this giant container filled with millet spray. And I just break off a millet little ball and give it to her as a treat. And then here we have a container which has her food, which is, I believe it's called the Tropical Carnival Hamster and Gerbil food. And then we have a tablespoon in there because she gets a tablespoon each time she's fed. And we have another one of these containers, and this is filled with the Naturals Carities. I've had these for a while, but there were so many in the package. And then we have a bendable bridge. This one is actually from the brand Wear. And it's cool. It looks just like the Tropical Fiddlesticks, but it's more naturally colored. And she has chewed this a ton. Then in here, we have the Vitacraft Crunch Sticks for hamsters, and these are just some seed sticks. She completely ate the other one, stick and all, so she certainly enjoyed that one. And then we have some other jars with some treats. This one has some Cheerios and some nuts. I think those are pecans. And then reaching down in here, this little thing is the Wild Harvest edible log. And she has certainly eaten most of it. It barely even stands on its own anymore. And then we have a jar, and this one is just filled with some oats, which are fun to sprinkle into her food every now and then. And we have this container, and this container has some various treats. We have a Cheesy Chew, which she adores. We also have some peanut butter flavored treats, which I made. I make these for dogs too, and I have a video on my channel. And then some sunflower seeds, along with, I believe, a few carities are in there too. Alright, and then we have a big box of the chinchilla bathing sand, and for hamsters and gerbils, you want to get them sand, not dust. And I haven't actually used this a ton for her because she tends to get it everywhere, and then her entire cage is covered in sand. And we also have a stand for the silent spinner. I actually attached the silent spinner onto the wire of her tank topper, but I figured if I ever have some sort of thing where I can't attach it, then this will be good to keep. In here then, we have some of these algae nibblin twigs, and these were actually given to me by Nutmeg's previous owner, and these are just for the kebab. They're little flavored chew sticks, and she absolutely adores them. She'll gnaw through one and completely chew the whole thing in like a day. We're getting down to the bottom of the box. We have some Katie Fiesta healthy toppings. These are the papaya ones, and Nutmeg loves these, and they're a perfect tiny little treat for our small pets. And then we have, these came from her previous owners. They're just Vita Drops. I don't use them for her, but I figured I would keep them on hand just in case there's ever an emergency. And then this is a little, I think it's a candy dish. We got it at the dollar store, which we use to put her sand bath in since gerbils can't have anything plastic. And finally, this is the remains of a ladder. It used to be super long, but she chewed it all up. And then at the bottom, we have her house. She chewed a second entrance in it. But this is usually in her cage, but I have another hideout in there this time. And under the pink tote is this box, which is filled with tons of toilet paper tubes. And gerbils love to chew these, so I try to have a big stock of them. Finally, the last things we have are this big cardboard chunel. It's really thick. This is actually the medium size because they didn't have the small when I went to buy it. So it'll take her a while to chew through this. And then this is a plastic container with some holes in it that we put her in when we clean the cage. It's a little homemade carrier because she's escaped out of every other playpen or thing we put her in. So hopefully, since this has a secure lid, she will be safe in here.